Diaz, the likes of Darwin Núñez, who was roundly, made a butt of jokes of many, still remains a potent goal scorer. And you cannot discount the number of opportunity chances that young man created or was at the end of, or got to the end of. Though he missed a few, he also scored a few. And then the small aspect of
watch Tranzeet TV right now.
And obviously, the last match of the weekend and the biggest one at it was Man City beating Liverpool 3-0 in that game. And that concludes our roundup for this weekend. And my man Ugum just get crashed into the show. Ugum, nice to see you. It's always good to have you on this show.
Oh, it's very nice to be on Tranzeet. I'm so sorry I'm catching the show at the tail end. My apologies to everyone. But it's I needed to come in and discuss with my brother just a little bit this afternoon. It's been a good weekend, dramatic weekend, pivotal weekend in the EPL. Some changes up and down and in the middle. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yes, I will have Rhoda here. Rhoda, this is he's been in this show from the first day up until today. So yeah, we have Rhoda on the show, Ugum, and she's been doing a good job. I'm sure you watched a few videos that she has done on the platform.
Yeah, Rhoda, thank you for joining us. It's nice to meet you, and it's nice to discuss with you as well.
Yeah, so we'll talk about a few games. I know you want to talk about the City game. We've run that one up. Like I said, City looked like if there was anything that was ready to win this game today, it was Manchester City. Liverpool still lack structure. And Slot, for me, I don't think he's a tactical coach. It doesn't look like he has structure. He likes, sometimes, yes, players enjoy being given the freedom to express themselves, but you can't do that week in, week out. Teams will figure it out. More structured coaches will watch you, and Pep did just that today. Used Jeremy Doku to exploit the space, the gap between the Liverpool midfield and their defense, all through the first half into the second half as well. And Slot never had any way to correct that, and Liverpool suffered for it. They had those two players for me in Liverpool side that were willing to defend today, which were for me Conor Bradley and Soberslide. The rest of the players didn't really look like they were up for it today. I don't know what you made of that game. And after that, if there's any other game this weekend that you really want to talk about before we round up the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Arne Slot is not a tactical coach especially because of what he did last season. He came into with the league and replaced a legend like Klopp, and didn't quite play exactly like Klopp. Maybe played a bit differently and was able to walk the league. I guess there may be other reasons that may be given, like the form of the other teams that they were contesting against, like the likes of Arsenal and the part that injury played and all that. But at least he showed a level of tactical dexterity in being able to win the league. So we can't, just discount that or throw that away. However, I think that part of the problem is the quality of the personnel, right? The quality of the personnel that he used last season, as compared to what he replaced them with, there's a gap, and it's a considerable gap. The likes of Luis Diaz, the likes of Darwin Núñez, who was roundly, made a butt of jokes of many, still remains a potent goal scorer. And you cannot discount the number of opportunity chances that young man created or was at the end of, or got to the end of. Though he missed a few, he also scored a few. And then the small aspect of the death of Diego Jota, may his soul rest in peace, which I think affected also, and is affecting the psyche. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a certain lethargy that I've seen with Liverpool players this season. A few games they are able to get into it. A few games they seem like they are sleepwalking. Seem like they are not organized. Seem like they are not up for it. Even Salah today looked up for it, made chances, but wasn't sharp with his finishing at all. There was one that he got past the goalkeeper that just shaved the post. I was like, my goodness, these are like sure bankers for somebody like Salah. Yeah. So, but I also agree with you in the sense that Slot has been found wanting in being able to. You went to the transfer market and bought a few players. You should have known had a solid plan. You should have had a solid plan for these players before bringing them in. He's trying to shoehorn Veers into the team no matter what. He tried him in the middle, it wasn't working. He's now putting me on the left. The guy is not the best of defensive players as far as offensive players are concerned. And he left that gap over there for only Carcass to deal with. Carcass himself is still stepping up to this level, right? It's not easy. So many things. But for Man City showed their class, showed that Man City started on time to solve their problems. They started from January to bring in players. Those players are settling into the league, and we can see what they can do now. Now they've had upwards of 8-9 months to settle into the league. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Villa today beat Bournemouth 4-0. Brentford beat Newcastle 3-1. And obviously Arsenal drew yesterday 2-2 with Sunderland. I don't know if you want to touch base on any of these games before.
Man, today was a powerful day, man. Villa, wow. Villa beating Bournemouth, I never saw that coming because Bournemouth typically are an organized side and they play with passion and intensity. They play with fit. They are quite fit in their pressing and everything. Villa just completely bamboozled them. Villa became the opposite of what they've been, so far in the season. While Bournemouth became Villa, and at the end of the day, they lost clearly. Brentford, again, a team I rate. Their coach is one of the upstarts. He's showing that he knows what he's doing. Just like the Sunderland coach, these guys are staying humble, removing any drama, protecting their players, just training. You can see that they are working hard at the training pitch, and every weekend it shows. So Brentford, beating Newcastle for goodness sakes. Newcastle, there needs to be questions asked.
After going a goal down.
There needs to be questions asked. They beat them, and then there was Nottingham Forest. No, what was the other game again?
Arsenal Sunderland, obviously.
No, there was a third game today.
Of course, Crystal Palace played a 0-0 draw against Brighton.
Yeah, apart from that, there was one other game apart from that. You had the Brentford game, you had the
Villa Bournemouth, then...
Okay.
I watched the game as well. I didn't want to...
Okay, I think I've gone through all the games, yes.
No, today there was...
Nottingham Forest.
Today there was Nottingham Forest against Leeds 3-1.
Okay, yes, that was the one I was talking about. I came in to the show while you were talking about it. You were on point. You were completely on point. Sean Dyche has shown why he's he's been in this EPL for a long time. The man knows what he's doing. He knows how to set up a team. He knows how to bring in that structure that's needed. You cannot succeed in the EPL without structure, especially defensive structure.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Leeds United are trying to be flamboyant, like they've been in the past. It's not working. It's not going to work for them.
They'll quickly go back.
They continue playing. They'll quickly go back to where they came from. Yeah. So I thought they would have learned their lessons over time.
Yeah,
I think Burnley are... So Burnley, you can see that they are learning their lessons. Scott Parker is a smart guy. I mean, he likes offensive football, but he's also learning to calm down and structure his team. And that's what it takes to succeed in the EPL.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good. Yeah, as an Arsenal fan, I just wanted to say something about the Arsenal Sunderland game yesterday.
Yes, yes. Difficult game. I saw that. I thought it was going to be a difficult game. There are two Arsenal guys there, Granit Xhaka and Ballard, who was one of the major players in the Arsenal youth system. But because of his height and size, and he was, far bigger than his mates, at the point he wanted to get into the first team, but there was no way. I know when he was sold to a team, I think in Scotland or in Ireland, I don't know, but from there he has grown in leaps and bounds. And yesterday he was super motivated to show what he can do, and he played really well, had a man of the match performance. Sunderland, all I can do is give them credit. They came to fight, They fought for every ball. Yes,
and they stuck to what they know how to do, long balls and physicality, like Rhoda mentioned earlier. And this is what we're talking about. If you come to EPL, if you're not one of the big boys, just acknowledge that and do what suits the kind of squad that you have assembled. You don't go in there and try to play like your Manchester City or Arsenal. And this is why some of these small teams sometimes struggle, like you mentioned earlier on.
Yes, as an Arsenal fan, I know that, for many Arsenal fans, especially the online ones, the team cannot draw a game or lose a game. They want every game won to the end of the season. So those guys live in La La Land. They don't live in the same land, the same world, natural world that we live in. So the team will do their best every day. What I found quite comforting and perhaps encouraging was their response to going down 1-0.
Yeah.
Right? When they went down 1-0, the way the team responded, the body language, the way they played, up until the last whistle, the pain on Gabriel's face.
Yeah.
After that equalizer, Gabriel wanted to to kill himself. Let me not use the word kill, because these days things can be, but Gabriel was very upset.
Yeah, he was frustrated.
Considering that goal. But it is what it is. We have a title race on our hands. We have an interesting EPL on our hands.
Yeah, it's always good to have you on the show. I know we can talk and talk today. There's almost every game this weekend had a significance or talking points, either with the form or change of form or regarding to what's going on in the table. We're going to look at the top four at the close of March week 11 in EPL, going into the third international break of the season. So Arsenal are on top of the table with 26 points, same goal difference with Manchester City, 15 points, 15 goals. City are second, 22 points, 4 points gap between two of them, and Chelsea are now sitting pretty on the top position with 20 points, 6 points between them and Arsenal, and the Sunderland are on top 4 position, 19 points behind Chelsea. Tottenham, with all that we'll say about them looking ugly in the eye and all the complaints with all the injuries, are 5th on the table, 18 points. And if you go further than 6th is Aston Villa, 18 points, same point with Tottenham. And Manchester United are on 7th position, 18 points as well. Liverpool have now found themselves on the 8th position with 18 points as well, which is now 8 points behind Arsenal. Bottom of the table, Wolves have 2 points so far this season in 11 games. That's a relegation form right there. And Nottingham Forest have 9 points, and West Ham as well 18 points at the 18th position with 10 points. Just above them is Burnley, 10 points, and followed by Leeds and Fulham. Fulham, if they don't win their next game and any of these teams win, maybe West Ham win their game, Fulham will be comfortably pressed into the relegation battle, and this is not looking good for them at all. This is a team that have consistently performed in EPL, and we are even pushing for top European places last season. I don't know what has happened to them this season. It's really looking bad for Fulham, and they better get their ass together before it's too late. So guys, this is how the match week 11 ends, and we're going to the third international break of the season. Let us know what you think. These games, these teams, what have you found? Have you consistently good or bad with these teams and the matches that we have played this weekend? Let us know what your thoughts are, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.
Please please, before you close, I forgot to mention refereeing decisions. You know, I'm a referee. It pains me when you have VAR there to help, but still some calls are made and you're wondering what's going on. The VAR doesn't, you know, add value as it's supposed to. 2 calls were made in or 2 non-calls were made in that Arsenal game where Merino, somebody tackled Merino from behind, took him out just because the person touched the ball. It wasn't called. It was supposed to be a penalty. Then even the goal that Sunderland scored, that guy could have taken Gabriel's head out. You know, with that ball that he kicked that way. Of course, nobody mentions it. Today, that goal that Liverpool scored, Van Dijk scored, I don't see any reason why it should have been disallowed. That guy had nothing. He wasn't anywhere close to the ball. Just because he was close to the goalkeeper. He didn't block the goalkeeper from making a save. Goalkeeper just couldn't make that. So, yeah, you see these things and you wonder what's going on. But, there's something needs to be done to really help bring VAR in line with what it's supposed to be doing in the EPL. Sorry, we can close now.
Okay, guys, it's always good, like I said, to be on this show. And we'll see you guys again next week. Ciao.